In today's video, I'll be using a power drill as an egg beater, making an emoji using pancake batter, creating a DIY LED lamp, designing a fake fish tank, showing how to quickly get a sticky label off of anything, creating a workout armband for my phone, and more things you guys dared me to do in the comment section. In the last video, I asked you guys to tell me what your favorite food is, and your comments made me hungry and confused and a little worried, but mostly hungry. I'm always hungry. And since you guys came up with so many comments, I thought I'd ask another question. If you could give advice to yourself when you were a kid, what would you say in 5 words or less? Be creative with your answers and put whatever you can come up with in the comment section. I'll be picking 10 of my favorite and featuring them in the next video. That and keep leaving your dares. All right, let's get this thing going. For this next life hack, we're gonna be using some zip ties and a drill, and then we're gonna make some pancakes, weirdly enough. But the problem is I don't have anything to whisk my pancake batter. So that's what we're gonna be trying to make here with some zip ties, some sort of a structural railroad spike looking nail, and my drill. Now the first step is to wrap some zip ties around it and then cut them a little bit shorter than they are. Well, I'm gonna be cutting these a little bit shorter because right now if I turned it on, it might be more of a murdering device than it is a life hack. That being said, I'm gonna go ahead and hook this up and see what happens. I'm gonna put it on a low setting. Let's see what it does on high. Oh my God, that's insane. Okay, but since I'm not gonna be using these for murdering people and instead whipping up pancake batter, I better cut these a little bit shorter. Now this should be perfect for whisking something. I'm gonna actually just keep this attachment like this for whenever I need to use it because that's pretty perfect. And I don't have a whisker. Now I'm gonna whip up some pancake batter. First I need some egg, then the pancake powder, 1 cup of milk. Put this thing back down on low again. Oh my, it's spilling a little bit. I'm just gonna try to go slow at first. And it's whipping it up! It's doing it pretty good! Yeah! Whip that pancake batter! Yeah! Okay, now that is genuinely awesome. And I've only made a little bit of a mess. Now, of course, after making this much pancake batter, I have to try some pancake art, and my pancake art is usually pretty horrendous. But I hear that doing emojis is actually a pretty easy way to get by with doing some pancake art, so that's what I'm gonna try. It should be easy and it won't take much time at all. So the first thing I'm gonna do is slap on some butter. Draw some sunglasses. And a smile. By the way, what I'm using here is a dental syringe. Not ideal for what I'm doing, but it's getting the job done okay. Now I basically just have to let this burn onto it for a little while. After that, it's gonna be pretty easy. I just fill it in with the rest of the pancake batter, flip it over, and hopefully we have a pretty awesome looking pancake when we're done. But I promise you, regardless, I'm going to eat it either way. Now that that has burned sufficiently, I'm going to fill it in with the rest of the pancake batter. Oh my God, it just ruined everything. Bunch of periods and commas, but I didn't type any of those characters, so we're just gonna throw them away. Okay, I think it's about that time. Let's see what we've created. Yeah! We did it! I mean, it's not perfect, but that's pretty cool. Well anyways, I don't know what else to do with pancake batter, and that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. For this next life hack, we're gonna be making a DIY craft that would be perfect if you're incapable of keeping a fish alive. This is going to be a mason jar faux fish tank. It sounds pretty weird, but it actually looks pretty cool. And maybe it's a good way to find out if you're ready to keep a fish. I mean, maybe just drop a penny in the jar every day, and if after 2 weeks you've got 14 pennies in there, you might be able to remember to feed a fish. Or maybe you just don't want to take care of a fish, in which case, this is even more perfect. All you're gonna need is a mason jar, some water, food coloring, fishing jibs, some rocks, and whatever other decorations you want. Then you literally just combine them all in the mason jar and it turns out pretty cool. Let's see. Hey, scissor me. Good.
Oh, got it.
That's how we get stuff done around here. So you just open up whatever your decorations are and dump those in first. Pour in some water. And this really isn't necessary, but I'm gonna add in a little bit of blue food coloring. That might be too much blue food coloring. Okay, that seems like a much more appropriate color of blue. You want to be able to actually see the stuff inside, or what's the point? Then you just add in everything else. Pretty easy. And I think I'll just use the hooks to secure it to this decoration right here, so that way the fishes look more alive. The hooks are kind of weighing the heads down, and I don't want people to look in there and be like, hey, your fish died. I want them to be like, hey, your fish are not fish. Throw the cap on. I actually really like this. I think that looks super cool. You can see the little fish in there. It looks just like a very festive little fish tank. This guy looks like he's in trouble over here. Maybe he's just eating something off the bottom. Or maybe it's a fishing jib. Either way, but that was super easy, and it's a decoration I will probably keep around for a while, and it was very inexpensive to make. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. For this next life hack, what we're gonna be doing is making a cool LED bottle lamp, which is a popular life hack in DIY craft that's been floating around online for a very long time. But one thing they usually don't cover in this life hack is how you get the stupid label off. Of course, you could just leave it on there, or you could spend the rest of your life picking it off with your fingernail. A lot of people say to just soak it in water and it'll come off after about 30 minutes or so. But who has 30 minutes? Well, I'm not really doing anything for the next 30 minutes other than this, but you guys might be more busy than me. So before we make the LED lamp, what we're gonna do is take this off using nail polish remover. Hopefully this works, but something tells me it will. So first I'm just gonna take off as much of the label as I can easily. I hardly got any of it off, but I think it'll be okay. Just to make sure that nothing gets on the table, I'm gonna put one of those thin cutting boards on the table again. I don't need that. Whew, smells rank. Definitely don't want to use too much of this stuff. That made it a lot easier. Now I'm just gonna polish it up to get rid of all the residue because the labels are gone now. Oh God, that stuff smells disgusting. Now I'm just gonna rinse it off just to get the smell off of it, but other than that, this bottle is completely clean. Well, that definitely took a lot less than 30 minutes. Now we can get back to the point of doing all this in the first place, which was making an LED wine bottle. I was able to get these from the store for like $2, and I just stick the lights in one at a time all the way down the string. So there's not really another way to do it, so. Okay, here's the big moment of truth. I'm gonna find out if there's any broken bulbs in my LED string, because I probably should have checked that before we began, but then we'll also get to see what the finished product looks like if it does. Wow, that actually looks really cool. I like that a lot. That looks really crazy. I didn't think it was gonna look that good. I've seen a lot of videos of people making these, and to be honest, theirs didn't look as good as mine, but that's perfect. I've made several lamps before, a minion lamp, a hanging plastic spoon lamp, and I actually really like those a lot, but this one might even be my favorite. I'm making my house look super cool today in this video. Hey, what do you think? Do you like this?
Yeah.
And Kristen approves. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. The next DIY craft that I wanted to test out was turning a sock into a phone armband. I've seen a lot of life hack channels promoting this as a really good way to hold your phone while you're out jogging and doing cartwheels and whatever else you do at the gym. So I'm gonna make a phone case armband out of this Nike sock, and then I'm gonna test it to the limits, and if it fails, my phone will likely break. This was stupid. But I'm already here, so let's see what happens. Yeah, that was taking too long, so first I gotta see if my arm will even fit in this thing. This might actually be better for me as like a forearm. It barely goes over my elbow. It might be better as like a forearm type of device, especially considering it has to also fit a phone in there too. But it's the same concept. You're just sticking the phone in a sock and putting it on your arm. This is going to be very hectic because the loose end is here, and if I do a cartwheel, which is what I'm kind of planning on doing, it might go flying. But now I'm gonna start with some jumping jacks. Oh, I can feel it moving around. Okay, it's already coming off of here. So maybe I should try to hike it a little bit more up. Well, I might not be getting much circulation to my arm, but it'll probably stay on there a lot better. Oh yeah, I'm sure everyone at the gym will be copying this method in no time. Right. Now with the armband in its correct position and the phone secured underneath, let's try some jumping jacks. Ah, it's staying on there! And you can still see the Nike logo, even though it's stretched out like crazy. All right, let's see how it does if I do a cartwheel. It's on there. I actually would trust this. I don't know if I would want this much pressure around my arm while I'm going for a jog, because honestly, I already feel a little bit numb in my fingertips. But provided it doesn't cut off your circulation, I'd say that this is a working life hack. And maybe you'll get used to it. Well, that was my exercise for the day. And that being said, we'll be on to the next life hack. So if you found this video helpful, or if you just enjoyed it, make sure to leave it a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And if you'd actually like to see the videos, probably bell me for notifications. It may be the only hope we've got. And of course, I'll be seeing you guys in just a few days with a new video. All right, thanks guys. Bye.